Hello.
Welcome to Liverpool! Million Veterans March Northwest! I'm well out of my comfort zone on this one. Our normal compares chuck me under the bus. I'm not going to stand up here too long. I've got people here to do that. There's people here to talk to you. I'm not here to talk to you. One thing I do want to touch on, and that's a little word called family, because that's what we are. Family. Each and every one of you. There's members of our family that are under the threat of prosecution. And when one of us gets kicked, and when one of us is down, we all pick them up. And that's what we're doing here today. We're standing shoulder to shoulder with our brothers and sisters. And that's what this is all about. Solidarity. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, dare I say it, revved. We're all cut from the same cloth. Our admin team works tirelessly behind the scenes to put this together. Not for any accolade, not for any thanks. If I had my way, if the team had their way, we'd be stood on the barrier with you, letting you lot do this. It just so happens that somebody needs to do it, and we do it. The first speaker today is a member of our admin team. She's not served. She's from a military family. A deep-rooted military family. And the reason she's chosen to speak today, all these marches that we're doing and all the speeches that come with them, they're becoming monologue. It's the same speech, the same in different cities. So getting Christine up here is just putting a different spin on it, a different angle. just to mix it up a bit. On that note, I'm going to pass you now over to Christine. Give it up for Christine, please.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming down today. A few people in the crowd know who I am. You know, Christine. I'm one of the admin on Million Veterans Northwest. I'm engaged to Steve, who's also one of the admin, ex-para, and I'm a very proud pad brat. My dad served 23 years in the Blues and Royals and won RTR. In 1973, one RTR was sent to Omar on an 18-month posting, wife and pad brats in tow. On March the 9th, 1974, two sergeants were walking home and noticed a suspicious van outside the Army Information Office on Derry Road. They called it in. My brother and I were woken up and moved to a neighbour's house, as our house was only 80 metres away from the bomb. The IRA didn't ring in until at 10:50. At 11 o'clock, we were shouted to get out, get out, get out. My dad carried my baby brother out and I ran after my mum. When the bomb exploded, I was in the hallway. My dad thought Mum and I had been killed. Mum had been knocked over by the blast. I was buried under the rubble and timber. The IRA didn't care that they had planted a bomb opposite an estate full of sleeping people. It was also next to a petrol station. If that had gone up, the estate would have gone up as well. If it wasn't for those two sergeants, they saved the lives of an estate of families. If I had been in my bed, I wouldn't be here today. I am a very proud pad brat and soon to be Para's missus. My dad is anxious because he is wondering, will he get a letter? I am here today because this has to stop. Boris Johnson, you promised to stop prosecution and persecution of veterans who served on Operation Banner. Stop pandering to the Republicans. I remember living in Omar, being spat at, sworn at, stones being thrown at us. Why? Because my dad was a British soldier who was sent there to keep the peace because they were fighting amongst themselves. We are days away from the 50th anniversary of the start of Operation Banner, when the troops were on the streets of Northern Ireland. Enough is enough. The government need to listen, because our voices together are getting louder and louder, because together we are strong.
Give it up for Christine. Yeah, I've got a few things written down here, and I'm going to bin it because I really don't know how our next speaker's going to top that. He ain't going to do it with his looks. The majority of you know our next speaker through one medium or another. Ex-2 para, 2 SES, an accomplished author, inspirational speaker. He'll probably do more for our movement than any of us can do up here with his voice alone. On that note, I'm going to hand you over to Robin Horsfall.
Murder by the IRA was that of Lyra McGee in Londonderry this year. She was aged 29. 4 years ago, I stood outside Parliament and spoke to 1,000 veterans. 3 years ago, I spoke to 3,000 in the Mall. Earlier this year, I spoke to 6,000 in Manchester, while we had 6 other spontaneous events going on in other cities around the United Kingdom. And today I'm talking to you. During those years, I wrote to Theresa May twice, and she ignored us. I encouraged thousands to write to their MPs, and the MPs ignored us. I campaigned by letter for the destruction of the stepping down of Borough McGrory, who was the Director of Public Prosecutions in Northern Ireland, and eventually he did step down. We did that. Sometimes we felt that we were talking to the walls. The vast majority of MPs ignored us. However, we developed some friends in Parliament. Ian Duncan Smith, Johnny Mercer, Dr. Julian Lewis, and they fought on the inside, while we together fought on the outside. Our new Prime Minister has given Johnny Mercer a mandate to fight our corner. But now is not the time for us to rest on our laurels and claim victory. We are winning our battles, but we have not won our war. We have not stopped one prosecution. There is a long list of old soldiers being bullied and interrogated by the Legacy Investigation Branch, which is part of the Police Service of Northern Ireland. The LIB took the place of the Historical Inquiries Team because the Historical Inquiries Team couldn't find any new and compelling evidence. The LIB are a political police with a political agenda. The LIB process is supported by Sinn Féin IRA. The LIB have 55 detectives. On the 22nd of April 2015, when Dennis Hutchings was 74 years old, they sent 4 detectives to the United Kingdom to arrest him. They searched his property. They claimed they were searching for written notes from 1974. They abused their powers. They abused him. They tried their very best to intimidate him, to create evidence. This is a man who had never hidden from justice. A man who was ill with kidney disease. There is no doctor's report proving that he was even fit for detention. The LIB have made the last 5 years of his life an absolute misery, and they have produced no new evidence. This is wicked. This is evil. The Police Service of Northern Ireland and the LIB are doing the work of terrorists. The LIB is being used as an instrument of revenge by Sinn Féin IRA. Revenge for losing a war. Revenge for failing to dominate the United Kingdom with murder, with bombs and with bullets. They lost that war. Johnny Mercer will do the right thing, but we cannot sit back and hope that from now on it will all be fine. If Mercer is to be successful, He must force the Northern Ireland Assembly to demand the disbandment of the Legacy Investigation Branch. He must give the best lawyers in the United Kingdom the job of discrediting the actions of the LIB. Their investigations are politically motivated, seriously flawed and probably illegal. Mercer must disband this modern-day Gestapo. They must go. We have the support of the people. Now we have the support of the government. But this is not enough. It will only be enough when the Legacy Investigation Branch is no more. We don't want pardons. We don't want amnesties. We do not want immunity from prosecution because we did not do anything wrong. There is no new and compelling evidence, only questionable information obtained under interrogation and the flights of fantasy from bitter individuals from 50 years ago. Our legacy was the defeat of the IRA, the defeat of evil murderers. We gave Northern Ireland peace. We gave Northern Ireland freedom from tyranny. We gave that freedom with our lives. We risked our lives for those people. Now it's time for them to give us that same peace. It's time to give the veterans the peace from these wicked, politically motivated prosecutions. This is the peace that was hoped for under the Good Friday Agreement. There will be a general election in 2 years' time, maybe sooner. And the votes of 4 million British veterans will carry a great deal of weight. Boris Johnson, Johnny Mercer and Arlene Foster cannot stop these malicious prosecutions with a stroke of a pen. They have to gather votes, they have to garner support, they have to get MPs on their side. Our job is to make it clear to all members of Parliament, no matter what party they come from, that we will not vote for any party that allows this injustice to continue. When politicians knock on your door, when they send messages on social media, when they speak to the public, we must ask them over and over again, what about the veterans? 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 We must keep the pressure on. We must keep kicking them in the ballot box. That's our leverage. The next government of the United Kingdom will not be the party that fights us. It will be the party that supports our cause. Our cause is about decency. Our cause goes to the very heart of what makes us all British. Honour, integrity, fair play, and the rule of our elected representatives. Not a group of evil little Sinn Féin people who hate Britain and all that it stands for. We will watch with interest what happens in the next few weeks, but we will not wait for long. There are those among us now who want to raise the stakes. They want us to move to non-violent civil disobedience. Non-violent civil disobedience. We have the leadership, we have the assets, and we have the skills to adversely affect the economy of this country. We have the ability to block routes of trade and commerce and bring the United Kingdom to a standstill. But right now, we're going to keep our powder dry. We need MPs on our side, but also the MPs need to keep us on their side now. They do. They need our votes. They need us behind them. Remember, Corbyn and Abbott walked out in protest. Yeah. Corbyn and Abbott walked out in protest when two of our representatives were in the public gallery in the Houses of Parliament. The Shadow Chancellor, John McDonnell, has a memorial to the IRA in his office. This is not over. This is not over, and it's not over by a long chalk. Soldier F is going to court in September. I don't know what he said, and I don't know what he's done. But it can be nothing compared to those people who were released under the Good Friday Agreement. Once again I say to you, I will not vote for any party that supports this injustice. I will not support any party that puts terrorists before soldiers. It should be soldiers before terrorists. 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 Our marches have forced our cause into the political arena. Our marches persuaded Boris Johnson to put Johnny Mercer in charge of the veterans. Our marches have put Sinn Féin on the back foot. There are millions of us coming together in this cause. The Legacy Investigation Branch are political police who have woken a sleeping giant. They have aroused the decent, law-abiding citizens of the United Kingdom under one banner. The banner of decency, the banner of honesty, and the banner of truth. You and me, we're a force to be reckoned with now. We will not be quiet. We will not go away. We, the veterans of Northern Ireland, have been betrayed, and it's time to put an end to this wickedness once and for all. Show me your flags! Show me your flags! Wave your flags! These are our battle honours! These are honours that we won! We deserve them! And rise upon your battle honours! Victory in Northern Ireland! We won victory in Northern Ireland under these banners! The fight is not over! The fight is not over! We will win this war! And if they don't listen, we will shout louder! And we will shout louder, 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 and we will shout louder. until this war's over.
Give it up for Robin! Hello. Hello. I don't know about any of you, but that give me goosebumps on the back of my neck. I hear you. I hear you. Right, ladies and gentlemen. As Robin said, we're not going away. Not for a long time. There's more to come. Not just from what we do in Million Veterans March North West. You've got Million Veterans March Birmingham, the 17th of August. Million Veterans March North East in York, the 14th of September. 28th of September, Operation Zulu. Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder. Never surrender. Million Veterans March. Whichever banner you want to be under, whichever group you want to be in, we're all in this together. There's no difference, there's no divide. We're family. You follow one, you follow all. Yes. The bikes come out and support us. We go out and support Rolling Thunder. Simple. We do what we do it well, and we carry on doing it until we get our way, and it stops. Full stop. Together, we are stronger. Simple. We're about wrapping up here now. We're going to get all you old guys in the crowd, as many of you that have got dicky tickers. Let's get them bikes revved up. Let's see if we can make some noise. Let's see if we can let Liverpool know why we're here.